Well, what's up, Wayfinders, and aloha from Disney's Polynesian Resort, where this morning we have a breakfast at Ohana, and then we are going to be heading on over to the Magic Kingdom a little bit later for Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. It's going to be a fun day, so let's go ahead and get started. All right, so we just wrapped up over at Ohana for breakfast, and now I'm just kind of hanging out here at the resort, just enjoying the beautiful day we're having here. And so my one word review for Ohana breakfast would be solid. This is a really solid choice for a breakfast if you wanted to come here and do that. The characters are great. You get to meet Stitch, Lilo, and Mickey and Pluto. It really is a great lineup of characters. And then on top of that, the breakfast here is just really just basic, but it's nothing that's going to disappoint you. You have your waffles, you have eggs and potatoes and just other things that are just kind of more classic breakfast dishes that you're going to enjoy here. So it is, $53 a person for breakfast, which is a little bit on the higher end. But honestly, I think for the quality of the meal, you're just a hop skipping away from the Magic Kingdom. And the Polynesian is honestly one of the best resorts to just come visit in general. I think you can't go wrong picking Ohana as an option for you if you're looking for a great character meal to do. Now, it is important to note as well that Ohana does change over for dinner. So Ohana has a different both price range and a whole different experience for dinner. I've never done dinner personally, but it includes some entertainment. The menu is different, and it goes up to about $65 a person. So just know that this is not a review for Ohana as a whole, because breakfast is completely different. But anyways, we had a great breakfast this morning, and so now we're going to hang out here for just a little bit longer. And then I got another resort that I want to hop to, and then we're going to make our way on over to the Magic Kingdom. All right, friends, so I am here at the Grand Floridian Resort and Spa. And of course, had to come check out the world famous lobby here because during Christmas, like I mentioned a couple days ago when I was visiting the Yacht and Beach Club, most resorts do go all out. And the Grand Floridian pretty much is chief amongst them when it comes to going all out. Not just with the giant Christmas tree they have in the lobby, but with the gingerbread house that they have here. It is just absolutely gorgeous. It is all made of real gingerbread as well. I mean, which is just crazy. And then they sell gingerbread products out of it as well during the holiday season. It's already one of my favorite resorts to come visit anyways. I mean, just look at the kind of views you can get while you're here. And then on top of that, you add in when they do special things like what they're doing right now for the holiday season. It just truly is a ton of fun. It was also just nice to kind of have some time to rest a little bit. We got the party coming here in just a little bit, and it was nice to just go to the resorts, hang out a little bit, rest up before knowing we're going to have to go full force here over the next couple of hours. So that is a tip as well. I mentioned, maybe taking a rest day right after a party, but even the day of the party, if you don't want to go just super hardcore, go resort hop, go do other things around property that'll give you some time to rest, catch your breath a little bit before the busyness and the craziness of the parties really truly begin. But now that we have kind of taken our time, we've rested up a little bit, we are going to head on over to the Magic Kingdom and go ahead and get checked in. So I'll see y'all over there in just a second. right, so we are in Magic Kingdom now, and we have just been going around doing some things that aren't going to be available during the party. Carousel of Progress, things like that. And I watched the new Country Bears show for the first time, which was fun. Definitely different than the original for sure, but ultimately, you know, it was a fun time. Definitely missed the original a little bit more than this new show, but I would watch it again. You know, it's one of those that we'll definitely watch again, especially if it's a really crowded day. Now, I did go in and get checked in for the party, got my ornament now, got my wristband on. We are ready for that party to start here in just a couple of hours. But for right now, we're going to keep doing some things that we're not going to be able to do during the party, and then we'll check back in a little bit. All right, y'all, so we are off and running. Before the party even has officially started, we have walked on to Tron and walked on to Space Mountain for their holiday overlay ride, which honestly, you guys know, I'm not a big fan of Space Mountain, but honestly, that overlay was really cool. Christmas lights going, music blaring. It was a great time. But hey, now we are just a few minutes from the party starting, which means party festivities are going to be happening. So follow along and we'll check back in a little bit later. All right, so we are here at Pecos Bill's Tall Tale Inn and Cafe, where they have a couple party exclusive items on the menu. I got the carne asada loaded fries, and those were actually really good. I'd heard that they were a bit salty, which they were. They were pretty salt heavy, but honestly, it didn't feel overly salted to me, and it ended up being pretty good. Now, we also got the green chile tamales that are party exclusive as well, and those apparently were also a huge hit, at least at our table they were. So, pretty surprised with how good this stuff from Pecos Bill has been tonight. But that's just the first stop of snacks that we've got for tonight. We're gonna keep going around. We'll grab more snacks. Of course, we'll get our cookies at some point as well. So keep following along. We'll check back in later. All right, so we just had our first of several cookies we'll be getting throughout the night, and this was the red velvet cookie. Now, this was one of my favorites from the party last year that they brought back again for this year, and honestly, it still holds up. If you're a red velvet cake fan, this is a fantastic cookie. And again, these are free throughout the night for the party. This one came with cider, which is another favorite of mine. So, first cookie stop is a very, very good one. On a scale of 1 to 10, I would say this cookie is about at an 8. So, we're starting off really strong on this one, but we'll see which other cookies rank, you know, amongst the best at this party. But so far, we're off to a good start. Well, friends, it is the next day, and I don't normally like to do this because I like to capture my thoughts in the moment, but honestly, you know, we just had to do what we had to do because leaving there last night was a madhouse. Especially, I was trying to do something right after the parade to capture thoughts, but oh my gosh, everybody was in a mad dash out of there, and it was crazy. So I do apologize for that, but I'll try to go quickly through this because I know that you don't want to sit here for 6 minutes and hear me ramble. But just some thoughts on our Very Merry experience. It was good. Very Merry is a good party. There's a reason why they do this party year after year after year, because they know they can pull this one off well. The cookies are really good. I only ate the red velvet and the gingerbread so far, but the red velvet I gave an 8 out of 10. The gingerbread cookie I gave a 10 out of 10. That cookie is it's incredible. The other one that I have saved for later is the chocolate chip caramel pretzel cookie, which everybody has raved about. So I'm really excited to eat that one at some point here. But the cookies are good. It's awesome that you get those for free throughout the night. I think for the most part, the parade is just excellent. My one thing with the parade is I think the best place to watch it is from Main Street, just because you have the Snope, you have all the vibes from Main Street. But the con of doing that is that the parade takes a long time to get up there. So by the time it was done, it's like, okay, well now it's 11:45. There's 15 minutes left. What am I going to do with 15 minutes left in my party time? And that was kind of a bit of a bummer for me, because at that point I was like, well, I just might as well leave. But again, I did this party last year, so it's like I also felt like I did so much at the party last year, I didn't have to do it again this time. And so I was able to just head out. But if you've never done this party before, I'm not trying to say that you shouldn't, because it is a good time, and I think it's well worth doing at least once. It's just not one that I think you should do year after year after year, because it is rinse and repeat and the same stuff over and over and over again. And I think they really need to try to spice this party up a little bit. I'm not saying change it entirely, but just add in new things, because honestly, I had a little bit more fun at Jollywood this year than I did at Very Merry. And look, that's because Jollywood is still new. They are still adding a lot of things to that party to try to make it great. But yeah, that's the thing, is they are trying to make it great. They're now finally getting organized, and I think Very Merry needs to kind of watch out a little bit, because it seems like that's going to be a really, really good party for the long run here. But honestly, Very Merry, it was fun. We had a great time. We had a great day overall with Ohana breakfast, going into Magic Kingdom early. Wait times were very low. We really attacked rides this time around at this party, which I think is probably one of the best strategies you can have if you're coming to Very Merry, because so many people are preoccupied with characters and doing other things that you can get a lot of rides done. We got basically every big ride done that we wanted to. So it was fun. It was a good time. I just think there's still some things that they can add at this point to make it just new and more exciting for those that do this party more than once. But will I come back and do it again at some point? Who knows? Maybe sometime, but definitely not at least next year. That's at least not the plan for right now. But anyways, thank you guys for following along and watching. Hey, if you would, please make sure to like, subscribe, and make sure to check out the podcast as well. But I hope you guys have a magical rest of your day, and we'll talk to you again real soon.